Alright everyone, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. I'm not gonna leave you waiting for this one. Don't worry, I was like, let's get this straight out. So, we're playing the second part of 2.4. It's continuing the main quest, which I'm still quite surprised that they're doing, but I'm loving it. I'm like, we don't have to wait too long. So, let's dive into the next part of the main story. We left off in a really interesting place. We obviously have a lot of set off with like Cristoforo, cartethyia all set up, the Lupa stuff. We're like, what's going on? So let's find out what's gonna happen next, because yeah.
You've come, warrior.
All right, mate, how's it going? You all right, pal? You all right? I love this design so much. So dope.
The mighty guardian, our Eudicus Arsenosa, is not the kind of echo too warm to crowds. The lioness favors the strong, the unyielding, and the battle-hardened. Only those she deems worthy will find her arms welcoming. But she is still an echo and can't talk.
Oh.
These sounds.
Oh, okay, bye.
What is it? Did you feel something just now?
I only heard strange sounds. Tell me, what direction did the lioness just look toward?
The Veil of Glory. It's where all heroes, blessed by the glory forged in iron and fire, find their rest. But on the long path of hunting, many died with their bodies missing. Only their weapons returned. Arsenosa's frequency is woven from the cries of souls in battle. The battered weapons still carry the will of their former masters, whispering the deeds left undone. To touch such weapons is a rite of great importance for those who claim glory in the great Aegon and receive the lioness's blessing. Hearing the voices of our ancestors by Arsenosa's side is a great source of strength for Septimontians.
Before meeting Buling, when I touched the echo in that village, I felt a layered, indistinct frequency. It was like what Abby described on our journey to Septimont, but the source eluded me at the time. But now, I found it. The source of that power lies in the Veil of Glory. The closer the lioness gets to it, the clearer it becomes.
She waits for us there. Shall we go together? I'm not sure if Septimontian rituals will interest you, but you might uncover something useful, no?
I'm happy to go along with my fellow warrior.
Perfect. Let's head out.
Oh! 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 Oh!
What is it?
Nothing. Just
Shit going down.
a dizzy spell. Overexcitement after the win. Or something.
Or something! Or something! Oh my god.
Anyway, it's no matter. Let's continue.
This does not bode well. I'm scared. Here we go. Flames of heart. Go to the Veil of Glory. Okie dokie.
These days have been a feast of victories. Becoming champion, the glory, oh, all thanks to you. Strange. Why are so many appearing all at once? I thought tacit discords didn't usually appear around the border mountains.
God.
These tacit discords
Damn,
didn't
she's fun to
gather
play.
from the surroundings. It's more like they spawned from thin air.
She reminds me so much of Vera.
Look,
like...
It's just ahead. The Veil of Glory, where heroes are laid to rest.
Okay. Whee! But the problem is Frolova's coming. And I really want to get Frolova. So, and I've already just got cartethyia. And I haven't even finished building my cartethyia yet. Hence why she's not even in my team. Because it's taken me forever. So, I might get her on rerun at some point. But she's going to have to wait. Like, I want Frolova. So, yeah, I've already made that decision. As sad as I am. I also got cartethyia's weapon.
You are from my homeland.
Oh.
What?
What? That is a cool shot.
That girl just now, that was Mia. The closer to the Veil of Glory, the more the normal world and the anomaly overlap. Whatever lies ahead must be the key to all of this. I need to rethink everything. Septimont, Lupa, Cartethyia, Mia, the Lioness of Glory. All of it. Cartethyia arrived in Septimont alone, not waiting for me or attempting contact. Something must have happened to prevent her. If something cut her off, aside from the Fraxidus, it could have only been the Threnodian, which should be dead. But Septimont holds no faith in the Sentinel, and the Threnodian was never able to establish influence here. Maybe it's not that simple.
I'm just going to ask a quick question, I guess, to the comments. I thought the Threnodian couldn't die. Like, does the rover not know that? Because, like, it was in the Cartethyia, like, animated trailer that I, like, reacted to, and people in the comments, because I thought the Threnodian was dead as well. Like, I was like, oh, it's gone. And people were like, no, the Threnodian can't die. Like, the Sentinel can die, but the Threnodian can't, which I also still don't really understand. But does the rover not know that? Or was, like, the rover not expecting the Threnodian to be, like, back so soon? Like, is that what it is? Like, is that how that works? Because, like, I'm trying to remember when they explained that the Threnodian doesn't die, but the Sentinel does. Like, I don't remember that explanation. So it's probably in a previous quest that I just didn't 100%, like, take in. But, yeah. But this, to me, kind of, it sounds like the rover doesn't know that the Threnodian can't die. Is that it? So yeah, that's, I think, where I'm getting a little bit confused. So some clarity would be wonderful. Thank you. I just want to make sure I've got my lore right, you know? I love lore. I want to make sure I've got it right. As I was under the impression the Threnodian was bye-bye, and then it fucking wasn't, so. Anyway, let's continue.
The Threnodian controls the mind of its followers through their faith. Mia is a Ragunesi, and likely a follower of the Order of the Deep.
She looks so dope there.
If the Veil of Glory is an important rite for champions, perhaps Mia went there. And it was there she vanished. Her hysterics, hallucinations, and loss of control in the arena were signs of the Threnodian's corruption. Phrolova once said, "The closer one stands to the protagonist, the greater their influence over the tale." In this great Aegon, Lupa is the protagonist. Years ago, it was Mia. Now I'm seeing Mia's image flicker in and out throughout this journey. If the Mia I see is under the Threnodian's control, does that mean securing the protagonist role is key to its plan? When I first met Lupa, I sensed what felt like cartethyia's frequency on her. Later, I also felt the Threnodian's presence.
Oh, that art is so sick.
Did they cross paths? If cartethyia is part of this story, the likelihood is high. Could Lupa have forgotten? Did they meet without realizing it? Or is she lying and already under the Threnodian's influence? Was phrolova telling the truth by saying Lupa would bring forth the dark tide? Or is she just another one of its victims?
So many questions. So many questions. I don't know.
Hey! Is something wrong?
Yeah.
Is there something you need? Or something you want to say?
Oh. Oh. Oh no! I mean, I probably can guess for a fact, considering that we've never had a choice that's actually influenced the story really before, that like I have a feeling this isn't really going to impact anything. But imagine if it did. Oh my gosh. See, phrolova said not to tell her because it would like make things worse. I'm gonna doubt her and tell her nothing because I don't think telling her will help, in all honesty, and I think if she's meant to know, we'll find out anyway. But I think there's something more going on here. Like, I don't think Lupa is intentionally doing anything. I think there's something inside her or something going on that's influencing her that even she is not aware that it's doing it. So I feel like telling her could potentially make things quite dangerous for both her and us, even if she doesn't mean to. So I'm not necessarily doubting her, but I'm doubting what I think's influencing her. So I'm gonna not tell her anything.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that so?
I'm sorry, but come on.
I don't know what's weighing on your mind, but you accepted my invitation. And we fought as one in the arena.
Yeah, but I'm having hallucinations that you're Maya and you're like growing like shit out your head and stuff. So like, excuse me, if I'm not 100% on board and the world could be at risk and also your life could be at risk. So I'm technically doing this to save your life. So you're welcome.
As a warrior, I trust the clash of steel far more than words.
I'm gonna imagine we get into a fight.
The traces of the blade reflect the soul of its wielder. All right, don't wear that face. Whatever it is, I trust you'll make the right call. Septimont is my city. Don't let it lose its glory or pride. Will you promise me that, warrior?
Yeah, at least fist bump. Don't leave her hanging. That's just depressing.
I'll do what I can.
Lupa has definitely grown on
the
me.
Story's end is already written or yet to unfold.
She's definitely grown on me 100% as a character. I do like
I'll
Lupa
trust
a lot
my
more
own
now.
judgment.
Like, I just wasn't sure at
Guide it where
first.
it must go.
But I do like her, for sure. And she's also really fun to play, which is kind of pissing me off. Because I'm like, I can't. But no, I like Lupa. I think I did misjudge her a bit at the beginning. And I do apologize for that. But yeah, I think I like her a lot more. There's only one thing I'm refusing to go back on, and that is my comments about a certain character's outfit. I will not be retracting my statement because I stand by it, but we're not going to bring that up today because I don't want the comments to just be full of people
I hear cowering prey.
roasting me again. Oh my god, she's fucking fun to play. Oh! No! This is so unfair! You son of a bitch. Why did you have to make her fun to play?
Into the spotlight!
I'm so mad about it. Why did you have to make her that fun to play? God damn it, you know I like quick resonators. Oh, God, this game. No, I'm saving for phrolova, and then I'm saving for the hot only male character that's up and coming. That is my next priorities, because I will support every male character they release in this game to make them do more. Oh, and and also the sun lady whose name I have already forgotten, but her as well. I kind of want her to. This is gonna be really tough.
Spears and halberd embedded in the stone. They're the weapons of the fallen heroes.
Rusty spear. Stretch out your hand, your fingertips brush against the rusted steel. A deep, solemn voice hums from the spear's shaft. Through endless battles and surging dark tide, kin and warmth were lost, and all softness and love faded away. All that remained in his eyes was the sight of white flowers blooming across barren lands. However fragile, how beautiful. He sighed as his skull was crushed under the tacit discord's weight. Oh, how lovely. Oh, that's nice. I'm now just imagining a tacit discord just sitting on him. I don't know why, that's where my brain went. Take it serious, Georgie. Come on. It's dramatic, it's sad. Stretching out your hand, your fingertips brush against the rusted steel. A quiet, sorrowful voice hums from the halberd's axe. No one knew why she sought the battlefield only to escape another. She shed her gold, tore away the honor binding her, and turned her back on the proud house that shackled her, rejecting the eyes that followed her. This silence is my victory, she laughed, charging into the dark tide. This is kind of reminding me of, if you've played Final Fantasy X, that like, is it like Zanarkand, where they have like the different weapons and stuff? Kind of reminded me a bit of that, where like you see them all like a graveyard of them. It's kind of giving me that vibe. That spear is huge. Who did this blade belong to?
This is Hercules' sword. You remember the waters of the upper city, right? You were looking for Cartethyia.
Oh.
Hercules was the one that the statue was based on.
Any guesses?
Ages ago, the dark tide
Hercules is
bore
based on?
down on Reganese.
What a guess.
And Septimont didn't escape. Hercules was the son of the Ephor back then, and he led our warriors to face the tacit discords. He died in that cursed tide, his strength worn down to nothing. His sword was corrupted, but his followers still risked their lives to bring it back.
Pissing hell, she made me jump.
In this land, intense emotions easily blend with other forces. The Lioness of Glory was born from the fiery passions of heroes, so she holds sway over their weapons. Back then, this sword was growing more sinister due to the corruption. But all these years later, it has become a memento of a hero.
I feel something strong and pulsing in the direction the blade is pointing. It's coming from underground. Is it inside the mountain itself?
The frequency. It's the Sentinel Imperator. Just like Dragoon, Septimont has its own Genesis Nexus. That's why it seeks... power. Needs room.
More tacit discord, just like last time.
For a split second, the world shifted. Just like it did when I saw Mia. Every time there's an overlap like this, the tidal blade appears as well as tacit discords.
Oh my god, that's cool.
Cowering prey. Lackluster. The fight is on!
Oh, god damn. She's so fun to play. Please stop. She'd probably be quite good with Brant, actually. Oh, I bet she's good for like a Brant Changli team.
Tidal blight.
Oh,
It's an outgrowth of the dark tide itself.
looks dope.
Why is it suddenly appearing like this?
We'll clear it out first, then check if that sword is the source.
I don't know, it looks cool as hell. It's like all glowy and sparkly and shit. Gather the recollection of heroes. What? Did her clothing change? Her clothing did change. I was really confused. I was like, hang on, she looks like she's wearing like less than before. What's happened? Oh wait, do I do this? I've forgotten how you do it. There we go. Yeah, I like the animation. It's pretty dope. Yeah, that's it. She loses all the armor and stuff, and the cape.
What's that sound? Come, we should check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, so she loses like the body armor and then she loses like the cape. Why? Why? I think they look really dope. Like, why would you take them off? I don't know, but she's really fun to play. I'm so sad about it.
Lupa?
This doesn't feel like the first time I've been here. Let's go.
Definitely feels like we're about to get into like the meat of the story. Oh. Oh, whoa. Whoa, this looks cool as hell. What the
There's no
fuck?
mistaking it now. It's Imperator's frequency.
Damn, this looks cool. Wow. Where's this pippity poppity pooped out of? What?
Thou carry the scent of cartethyia.
Not just knowledge, you've stolen the Sentinel's access too! Lupa's role in this story! Is it yours? Is that contender Mia?
It's the Threnodian. Lupa, this is something only you can do.
Tell me what I need to do.
Read the script. Adapt as required. I believe in you, warrior.
What? What just happened?
To lose our strength is the deepest fear of Septimontians. Pride hides the terror within. We fear no death, yet tremble before shame and failure. Did Domina Julia deceive me for this? I never got the chance to ask. The dark tide consumed all. Death took her, as it will take me.
Today as yesterday, we weave time beneath the tide. Swim, swim, wretched yet lovely fish. Dream deeply in my fiction, on the stage of a repeating tale, waiting for the day thou shalt consume the world.
Oh, that is sick. Oh my god. Oh my god! That design was fucking peak!
O righteous one, I shall depart without a word. The golden city in my childhood legend is swallowed by the abhorrent tide. I whisper to my fleeting companion. Pages will scatter. The quill will fall. This play shall be torn from its author's hands.
A wrong note in the shifting score. O golden star full of mercy, pray tell me, as past and present intertwine, what fate have you chosen?
Hesitate not, warrior. You are the protagonist I have chosen. Only you can shatter the script and jump to the next page. Right. For the nobility you seek. For it all.
Okay, that was an awesome section of scenes. In all honesty, there's two things that don't make sense, but it looked dope. Like, oh my god, the design was amazing. I loved that. The Christopher. Christopher. But yeah, now I'm a bit confused. But I need to just get my head around it. It's fine.
A dream? No. It couldn't. It's no dream. I'm not alone. The warrior put the hope of change in my hands. This feels good. Not standing there alone on the champion's stage. The warrior hasn't learned this yet, but I now remember traveling with cartethyia. I can't be in the real world.
Right. I need a hot second. Because I feel like so much shit just happened in literally 5 minutes that I am just like, my head is like, so, right. So they went to that place with all the weapons, right? And the sword was there and they were like, there's something underground. Maybe like this is where the dark tide's originating from. Then they opened some weird wall and then inside the wall was this like big rotating device. And then the version of Mia like took over Lupa, smashed that device, that released some dark tide, which then did something to Lupa/Mia, and then Rover was able to like separate them, but she was saying that like you're using their access. So we're just gonna continue. I'm hoping they explain going forwards. Also, interesting that we may be playing from Lupa's perspective, question mark. I really like that. So let's continue.
This is a Sonoro created by the Fraxidus. It's a realm of stories. The story of the Great Aegon lasts only 3 days. Before cartethyia came here, I had wandered this same bloody story more times than I can count. The dark tide consumed Septimont, and that monstrous, half-human, half-sea creature grows ever larger. Is this the Fraxidus plan? To feed it with Septimont's ruins? A script. Yes, this Sonoro is like a book of plays. Each world in the Sonoro is a story that keeps repeating, like sheets of paper, all overlapping with one another. New pages keep appearing, layering over the old, and the changes in one story bleed through to the next. After cartethyia's actions, Septimont, once destroyed by the dark tide, has begun to return to normal in the story where the warrior arrived. Cartethyia saved me, changed my fate, and led me to the warrior, who stopped the Threnodian in the last story. So in this time, I haven't lost my memory. The warrior had delivered a powerful blow against the monster, and the energy supply from the central hub has been cut off.
Basically what they're saying is that the entire of Septimont is a Sonorosphere that the Fraxidus have created, and they just keep creating new Sonorospheres, which are these new realities they all keep ending up in, but the dark tide keeps like destroying each one, but the dark tide's like kept to these Sonorospheres. So what about the real Septimont? Like, where's that if this is all Sonorospheres? Also, how powerful are the fucking Fraxidus? Like, what? How strong are they? Is this Cristoforo? Like, how fucking OP as hell is Cristoforo? What? And then, is this what they meant by, like, being trapped? Like, are they just gonna keep having to repeat this cycle? Right. And then how did the rover enter the Sonorosphere? Was it by like doing that slash with that like creature at the beginning? Was that how she like entered the Sonorosphere? Because usually it's like a portal that you have to enter through. So when did she enter? And like, how long has this been going on for? This is interesting, but I also feel like a lot hasn't been explained, and I'm kind of confused. Maybe it's just me being really dumb, but yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've missed stuff, and I don't know how, because I've just been sat here. I don't know. Let's continue.
But that's not even its full form.
The monster's exciting, though.
I once searched for its true form with cartethyia. I remember now. What we seek lies in the lower city's waters. I won't let your trust be misplaced.
Okay. Love the fact that we're playing as Lupa. I love that. I love putting someone else in the protagonist's shoes. I think that's great. We haven't got to do that a lot in this game, so that is making me super happy right now, because I think that's a great thing. I love when characters get their own stories, and outside of character quests as well. Hell yeah. Also getting to play the new character a lot. Let's fucking go. But yeah, I'm a bit confused with the story. Maybe just misunderstood or got something a bit mixed up, but I'm sure I'll get my head back around it. It'll be fine. But anyways, let's get on the wingray. But I'm enjoying it so far.
The old district of Septimont, submerged beneath the waters due to the dark tide. The dark tide looms over Septimont like a stubborn storm cloud. Is the warrior No. No time to worry. I have to find the cause of all this, and quickly.
Yeet. I like the music as well. Yeah, like, I like it. I feel like the tension has really... It's gone from, like, 0 to 100 really quick, and I like that. I like the fact that it's putting us in straight into it, which is great. I just want to understand a little bit more what's going on, but like I said, I think it's just my own understanding. Just I think there's something I've just missed, and it's like my brain hasn't clicked with it yet. But yeah, I'll get that. It's fine. But like the cutscenes and everything have been super cool so far. Looks great.
In a past story, I came here with cartethyia.
Oh. Oh.
Look at you. You can't go on much longer.
I feared as much. Then this is where we stop. Strange. I remember everything about Septimon, but I can't remember. I can't even remember my name.
You didn't forget. Someone stole your role in the story. Even your name on the placards in the arena would be unreadable. Your existence has been erased. Only by unmaking this story can it be reclaimed.
So Lupa was the protagonist, was meant to be the protagonist in the story, and the Threnodian is like using Mia, or no, yeah, I think the Threnodian is using Mia, who was influencing Mia when she was like, basically is like taking over Mia, is replacing Lupa in the story, which is why in all of these versions of the story, she's like not remembered who she was and all this kind of stuff, but because Rover stopped Mia from interfering and hurting Lupa, and then shoved her into this next Sonorosphere, that then she couldn't take over her role, so now Lupa remembers. Got it. Right, I understand that. We're getting there. I will get this down. I will understand what is happening. But now, right, that makes sense. Got it, right.
Too bad I won't last long enough to see that happen. I'm sorry, cartethyia. You saved me, but I can't help you in return.
When I was a child, long ago, I had tales of Septimont. A city full of passion and life. People there drank deeply, laughed loudly, appreciated sculpture, and lived for the hunt. Men and women feared nothing. They burned like fire, giving all their light and heat before fading. But when I arrived in Septimont, it had already been undone by dark hands. With the dark tide sweeping the
He's so
streets,
naughty.
the city was nothing but an empty shell.
I'm so pissed that he's never probably going to be playable. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling.
My city is beautiful. When the autumn wind blew through the golden flags and wind chimes, Time seemed to slow.
The Leviathan. I will not give it the chance to make the people of Rinasita weep and bleed. I will drag whoever orchestrated this tragedy out of the shadows.
Yes! You get them! I'm with you.
Septimont, can I leave it to you?
No. You said it yourself. This is your city. Some things only you can do. The monster leaving its trace in the dark tide. I can feel it. Its frequency is similar to my own. The Threnodian created me to be a resonator for its power. But I wasn't the only one. Many vessels before me failed.
You mean?
There is still much I don't know. I'll keep searching. But no matter what, you have a certain specialness. Once I sought to end it all. Someone stopped me. Even a life mocked by fate can break its curse. Whatever you seek to do, whether you're weak or strong, you must strive for it. I returned to the world thanks to a certain person's help. I believe she will come here and reshape this twisted story.
Oh, must be quite the person, eh? I wish I could meet her and see how she does it.
Then you will see for yourself. Victory isn't won in an instant. It takes patience and perseverance. What we can't do now, someone will carry forward later. If you want to save your city, then hold on. No matter the pain, no matter the doubts, you must keep going. Just like how you wandered Septimont before I came. Broken, yet determined to leave, to find help for the city. Jump to a new story, and bring my message to that person.
Ah, there we go. That's why she had the... Yeah.
I'll try my best.
This cutscene has been incredibly well animated. Like, holy shit, this is like the voice acting. Oh,
Tell me,
so fucking good.
what is that person's name?
Oh, that scene was so fucking good. Damn. That was awesome. Like, I loved the conversation between them. Oh, it was amazing.
I'm close to that abnormal frequency. You're in the submerged aqueducts.
She is a hands down one of the best characters in the game. Like, 100%. She's so fucking dope. Oh, just the aura that she exudes is just so powerful. It's unreal.
The submerged aqueducts. I remember reading about them in the silver records, There used to be an underground waterway leading to the plains. But now, with the old district completely flooded, we can only access it if we drain the water first. After my role was erased, Cartethyia must have found the half-human, half-sea creature, and the Fraxidus. Like the warrior, she chose to remain on the closing of that page, to give new stories a fighting chance. That's why I only regained my name after I met the warrior. During our journey, the overlapping worlds the warriors saw were the monsters doing. It tried to use Mia to steal my role again, to corrupt Septimons once more. Only I can erase it from this story. Only I can prove that I'm real and it is fake. What happened to the Mia who vanished in the Veil of Glory decades ago?
Yeah, like how or why is it using her? That's what I'm wondering.
After everything you went through, what did the city of Septimon mean to you? I remember the entrance to the underground waterway is in the old district's bell tower. Of course. The upkeep of these waters always falls under the Silver's jurisdiction. Maybe I can awaken the sleeping giant of glory. In Septimontian tradition, when it bears its blade and watches over the warriors leaving for the hunt, all gates and passages open. Many of the old routes are blocked, but I can try draining the water through the remaining ones. It's worth a try.
Yeah, one thing that Lupa said earlier that was a little bit confusing was, she said that, like...
Covered in tidal blight. It has even fused into the joints. I'll need to clear this if I want to get it moving.
She said that, like, the Julia had, like, died. She was like, you died before I could ask you. Which I obviously thought she was, like, expelled, but did she die? Dominant Julia?
Grab a spear from the platform to clear out this blight.
May applause greet you, Lupa from House Silver. Please wait, retrieving Gladiator's spear. Happy hunting.
Nice. Nice. Ooh.
Can't just clear the head.
Shit, I wasn't expecting that.
To lift its sword and open the gates.
Oh, it's walking off.
Need to clear the
That's
arms too.
so fucking sick. Oh, peak. God fucking hell, this quest is so good already.
I hear
giving me
cowardly prey.
like Dark Souls vibes. I'm fucking here. Honestly. This quest so far, yes, I haven't understood some of it, but fuck, it is fucking awesome as hell. Just the visuals and like the way they're like the characters, like voice acted is so fucking good, and like the mystery and like the actual story itself, when I understand it, is really good. I just need, there's a few things I just need to get my head around, or like I've just misunderstood. It's my own problem, but it is like, yeah, I'm really impressed. Woo!
Unidentified tacit discord signatures eliminated. Thank you for your efforts in maintaining the safety of the city. May the burning sun forever shine upon you.
Ah, you little shits.
The fight is on!
Ooh! Ooh, I don't think it liked that building. Bit rude.
Need to check for more patrol units nearby.
Conveniently.
May applause greet you, Contender Lupa. Detected. Current location outside platform range. High risk of tacit Discord threat. Maintain vigilance at all times.
Ooh!
Error.
I just popped out of fucking nowhere.
Break darkness! Yes! With me! All or nothing! Glory is upon us! With me! To victory!
Your assistance is very much appreciated, Contender Lupa. Happy hunting. May you be showered with victory.
Nice.
The water is drained. Time to head to the bell tower.
Okay, well, let me head here first to heal, because...
That monster is hiding in the depths of the aqueducts.
Okay, this way. Nice. It'd be cool if she could summon, like, a giant wolf and just, like, ride around on that. That'd be kind of sick. Oh, imagine if they did that one day. That'd be so cool. Oh, they should totally do that. That would be sick. Oh. Wait. Oh, we're going down? Okay. Hopefully we just get to explore around here later. I've just, like, gone. I didn't even bother looking around. I just went. Oh, shit. Oh, it's quite far down, isn't it? Ooh.
Just this gate standing between me and the heart of the aqueducts. It won't open. I'll have to find another route.
But I haven't tried yet. I've only just arrived.
Huh? The copper mirror is calling.
Well, it can call a bit more in a second. I'm just going to go and check this.
Used it to see the past. I wonder if there's anything of that here.
Well, let's find out, I guess. Ooh. Oh, here. I was so confused. I was like, wait. Oh, Cristoforo. Hello.
I've already pulled that body from the sea.
Oh, wait.
Excellent, Domina Julia. Keeping one's word is the foundation of any solid partnership. I know, Septimonte's current effort doesn't quite heed the Senate's wishes, but we'll see to that. A cup of poisoned wine, a passing fly, a dagger. Fate strikes where least expected. With someone as clever and calculated as you at the helm, the House of Silver need not fear for its survival.
I do not work with you for our sake. I do this for Septimont. Some of us have forgotten the terror of life adrift at sea. To survive the tide, one must make the right choices. We'll speak of other matters later. But tell me, why would you want a dead woman who fell into the sea?
Dead woman? Ah, you mean Mia? Indeed, she is the very heart of the unit I spoke of. The one we intend to build deep within these underground aqueducts. Alive or dead, her body holds the information we need. The Fraxidus's experiments here will continue for some time. In the meantime, covering up this little laboratory's existence will require your assistance, madam.
The heart? That weakling's resonance abilities were meager at best. Her performance in the arena was nothing special. If it weren't for those incompetent fools in the Senate using her as a puppet to shift the attention and anger of the masses, she wouldn't even have made it to the finals.
Do not be upset, my dear Domina. You're absolutely right. The girl is so feeble she can't resist her creator's will in the slightest. Winning the Grand Aegon was precisely what brought the shadow of death upon her. Luck and misfortune, nobility and lowliness, weakness and strength. A person's nature is like two sides of a coin. And I've always found beauty in inevitable tragedies.
So Mia has been dead all this time. She didn't leave Septimont when she vanished. The sea took her.
I did have a feeling she was never going to be playable, and in all honesty, I still think that she is not going to be playable. People in the comments were like, no, she will, and I'm just kind of like, really? She's growing the dark tide out of her head? If she is alive, or they bring her back, there has to be a good reason. In my opinion. But we'll see. God, her fighting style is so fucking cool. Oh, this thing over here. Hello? A soaked record. In the damp, forgotten corner, you find a soaked record. The Fraxters didn't clean up their tracks as well as they'd hoped. The experiment's results were sent regularly to another location where they were systematically destroyed. The damage is too severe to discern everything, but you managed to piece together that the place is both frigid and technologically advanced. Right, okay. Interesting. Oh, hang on. Thank you very much. Ah, very much later. Ta-ta. All over here as well. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Okay. Denia? I will say the music is kind of giving me like Reverse 999 vibes if you've ever played that game, and I would recommend it. It's a very good game. It's kind of reminded me a bit of that, but I love it. I think it's beautiful. Great job with the music.
I hear cowering prey.
All or nothing! The fight is on! What? Let's start!
That's some attack.
God, there's more.
Ooh, now's the second.
Triumph at the spear tip! Break, darkness! Time to fight!
Ah, you bitch!
A shame.
God, her HP is not looking good.
Into the spotlight!
I need to start dodging these attacks a little bit more. I'm just letting these happen.
All or nothing!
Oh, you shit!
Together we howl!
Nice. Ooh, Ugh, the HP is looking slightly rough here. Oh, wow. What's going on here? Ooh. I feel like, have they made the running faster? I feel like she is running so quickly. Oh, where is it? Nope, it is this way. Just heal my HP a bit. There we go. I got absolutely flipping annihilated there. They were tough. She is very strong. Like, she is very strong. I think she definitely would benefit from like a team build though. I think like cartethyia, you can absolutely see where like she was on her own. Oh wow, look at all of them like praying to the sword. That's interesting. I will say, like, God, they've done a gorgeous job with the environment. So interesting.
This place has the Fraccidus written all over it. Without the Silvers keeping the place hidden, they wouldn't have dared. The irony. A Septimontian aiding the enemy to build their den in the heart of our city.
So do they know each other then?
I trust you've seen the experimental unit in the aqueducts. Well, what do you think?
If not for the sword embedded in her chest, I could mistake the corpse for being alive.
Indeed. Decades have passed, yet Mia remains as she was when first pulled from the sea. Her data has been invaluable. As the Threnodian's failed resonator, this specimen is in its own way remarkable.
Oh, so Mia's like cartethyia? Where like the Threnodian created her but it didn't work?
You know,
oh,
it wasn't
that's
so
interesting.
long ago that the rover intervened and cartethyia broke free from that tower. I discovered that a small piece of the Threnodian's essence within Mia was reawakened with the tower's resurgence into our world.
Sounds as though you found new inspiration.
Yes. Septimont will host the Great Aegon soon. I've come up with a rather intriguing idea. Before her death, Mia also attended the tournament. I'll use that as the fictitious anchor to craft a play to rewrite reality itself. I've already discussed terms with it and reached a modest agreement.
You spoke with the Threnodian. Has Leviathan already awakened?
Only a fragment of it remains. A weakened, cunning shard, desperate to grow stronger. I'll fashion a story for this sea creature, enabling it to fulfill what it once sought, to have the dark tide swallow Septimont whole. The Threnodian once sought to use Mia to find Septimont's central hub in order to corrupt the beacon system. Even if met with failure, it would control the champion's mind to infiltrate the city's upper echelons. Oh well, it all failed in the end. In the face of her futility to resist corruption, that girl chose death. She drove a sword into her heart and leapt into the sea before choking on her own blood.
Damn.
Fascinating, isn't it? Faced with the same predicament, strength and weakness still make a difference. The Blessed Maiden single-handedly thwarted the Threnodian's designs in Raguna, but this poor soul had no choice but to take her own life. A death so theatrical, so saturated with sorrow. How poetic. How beautifully tragic.
I don't care for your taste, Cristoforo. I'm merely curious. What ending have you penned for Septimont this time?
Good question.
Oh, such an impatient reader, Phrolova.
Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
More than an amplifier, designed to nurture the Threnodian's lingering power.
Thought I got a name right.
Once it grows large enough, I'll overlay the Sonoro onto reality.
Is it Phrolova? I've been saying Phrolova. I thought I'd finally got someone's name right. I'm so sad. I'm always getting people's names wrong. Ah! I like Phrolova though. Dunno. God damn it.
All that's
I got
needed
Chris
is for
Fora right,
Domina
at least.
Julia to select the right champion. Swapping out the protagonist is hardly a challenge.
Mia's story's really sad though. That's sad.
The sea creature grows within the cradle I forged from the dark tide. The hymn of journeying paradise will spread from Septimont across Renacita. Really, compared to those Septimontians who've long forgotten Mia, the story I've written for her is far more thrilling. Don't you agree?
And what if it fails?
Then so be it. You know, Phrolova, stories are but mankind's attempt to imagine and rehearse fate. If this play proves Rover worthy of becoming the protagonist of my story, if they pass their trial by fire, then isn't that a victory as well?
Cristoforo is a very interesting character. And I really want to know his motivations for like why.
To treat Septimont
Yeah,
like a plaything.
he's doing this like
Unforgivable.
because for me.
What is so poetic or romantic about a story where someone is driven to death?
I agree. And I think that, like, Phrolova, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna try and say it right from now on. Like, with Phrolova, like, she's from Septimont, right? That was just confirmed. And so I can kind of see where the story might go in regards to her maybe not wanting her hometown being destroyed or changing her mind about it and stuff. Like, I can definitely see where they may go with that story, but with Cristoforo, it's kind of like, well, why does he want to destroy Septimont and then kind of bring that pain and all that kind of stuff onto the rest of Renacita? Like, how does that fit with the Fraxidus's sort of intentions? You know, they've been wanting to, like, capture the Sentinels and potentially do stuff with the Threnodians. Like, how does that fit into the Fraxidus's overall plans, just destroying everything? Like, how does that work? You know, what is his intentions here? Why is he becoming our overarching villain? That's what I'm curious about. And you know, he's only been introduced in Renacita. You know, we didn't have anything to do with him before that point. So it's like, why has he not been present in the story up until this point? Like, yeah, like, I'm so curious as to why the influence has shifted to him being this overarching villain in the story. And then obviously with Phrolova, you can kind of see why she might end up not necessarily being good, but wanting to stop him and maybe becoming playable in that sense. But also, how are they going to navigate that and where they're going to go with it? And I'm really excited to see where they go with it. I like a redemption arc. I like a moral story. I like characters redeeming themselves. And she'll definitely have some redeeming to do. Like, she's definitely not been a good character in any sense. But I'm looking forward to see where they could go with this. And same again with Scar, wherever the fuck Scar is. I want him playable, of course. But also, like, where they're going to go for that as well, you know? So yeah, it's definitely going to be intriguing to see where things go with this, and I'm looking forward to where they could go, because the Fraxidus are really interesting characters, like all three of them that we've had, but I want to see more as well going forward too, you know? Like, I hope, like, just because these two become playable, if they do, well, I guess Cristoforo won't, but like, if Scar and Phrolova become playable, where are the other Fraxidus members, and are we going to see more of them, you know? And where will that leave us in regards to, like, the villain characters? Because obviously the Threnodian is one thing, but, like, having villainous people acting against what we're doing also does add an element to the story that I like. You know, and, like, we can converse with them. We can't really converse with the Threnodians, so it gives you, like, a physical presence of people working against us in day-to-day things, you know? This experimental unit is only a prototype. The true finished product must lie deeper within the waterways. Like the other sites, most tracks have been scrubbed clean. All you can do now is speculate on the Fractsidus' goal to measure the frequency data of the material contained within the device. It seems that they were investigating a particular property of the material. Yeah, so she was in there, potentially? Oh, I'm stuck. Oh. See, this is now just making me think of Emperor Palpatine. Unlimited power! That's all it's giving me that vibe of. Oh, no. Like, who are these dudes? Why are there so many of them? We need an explanation. But the story of Mia is fucking sad, though. Like, the fact that she was created by the Threnodian, interesting. Although, yeah, I liked that Frolova's reaction wasn't, like, agreeing with Cristoforo. It was sort of, like, disgust of, like, I don't like that, you know? I like that she didn't follow him. And it shows that there is definitely, you know, fracturing within the Fractsidus, you know? And they definitely have their own intentions and ideas of things, you know?
Glory is upon us!
Alright, calm down.
I'll end you! Together we howl! Triumph at the spear tip! Flee, Phil! Into the spotlight!
Bloody hell, alright, calm down. There's summoning so fucking many. Can you calm your asses, please?
The fight is on!
I will say the voice acting for the fighting is actually dope. Like, yeah. Lupa really has grown on me. Like, really, really has grown on me. I don't know why I didn't like it as much at first. I don't know what it was. But now, like, I've heard it a lot more. Yeah, really good. I'm really, really enjoying it. I don't know. I think it's because I kind of had like an image in my head and like a thought in my head of what she was like, and then it just wasn't that, and I wasn't really sure where they were going with it. But now, like, we've actually gotten into the story properly and everything, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally see why they've gone in this direction with it, you know? But I think for me, it's because with this game, the standards are so high because of how strong it's been, especially Rinasita, like how strong the voice acting and the characterization has been. You know, it's been so good that I was like, I think my standards are just getting higher and higher, and it almost worries me because I don't want to hold them to too high a standard and then be disappointed when they don't hit that standard every time, you know? Like, they're gonna have filler arcs, they're gonna have some updates that aren't as good as other ones, and I've got to remember to temper my expectations as well, which that does worry me a bit, is that I don't want to hold them to unrealistic standards of like, I want things like this every single version and every single update, because it's just not going to happen. But I will say, to be honest, this is incredible. Like, I'm fucking loving this so far. It's so good. I'm like, I want to know more. But the Fractsidus stuff I've been desperate for, to be fair, so I'm happy. Oh, there she is.
Still lingering, Mia. A fading reverberation that should have dissolved in the deep long ago.
Where are you going?
To claim the title. Was that not your unfulfilled wish?
That was never mine. The arena. don't need this victory.
But I do. Without a champion and the lion beast, I cannot touch the central hub left by Imperator. You, cartethyia, both my daughters, my very creations. Why this fruitless resistance?
Okay, that's really cool to think about it like that. The like Mia being like cartethyia's sister. That's cool. That's really cool. Like that reveal, I feel like it was a bit of like an understated reveal for something so big. I kind of almost wish they'd had it where like cartethyia had like seen like cartethyia find out. But yeah, it's still dope though. I think it's just really tragic, you know? Like I feel really bad for Mia.
Has Septimont ever granted you kindness? They neither love you nor need you. Long have you been forgotten.
We were raised by them. You will never understand.
Proud in battle, and yet yearning for strength. I know the heart of the Septimontians far better than you. Mia, you are simply too afraid to face their true nature. You choose to deceive yourself. You cannot admit that they used you and then cast you aside. You cannot accept that from the start you were insignificant.
No. Viburnum. My flowers.
Hush, it matters not. Your thoughts are of little consequence.
It reminded me of like the old Tomb Raider games where like all like the doors would open and stuff. It's just making me think of that. Oh man, like
Viburnum. The bloodleaf viburnum of Septimont.
it is really like
I understand. It's a flower often given to gladiators. A symbol of victory.
yeah, I think that, and I think some people said this in the comments last time of like, there is a lot of comparisons between Mia and Lupa, and so you can kind of see like why not only do these characters like have this connection, and Lupa even mentioned like she admired Mia and like looked up to her and stuff like that, but knowing Mia's really sad fate, like how much Lupa would hate that and hate that that's what happened to her, and want to push forward to like get revenge in her own way and, you know, try and help Mia any way that she can, because they're both warriors and they both have that respect for the arena and, you know, that respect for each other. And also the fact that Mia and Lupa were in very similar situations. They were very popular. They were being manipulated by the people around them for like fame and money and stuff. And Lupa obviously fought back when she found out that it was obviously, you know, quite dirty and underhanded. But Mia didn't quite have that strength to, because she was also being manipulated by the Threnodian so strongly. And we could kind of see Lupa maybe beginning to kind of go that way in a sense. And I think if Rova hadn't intervened, then obviously Lupa could have been in a very similar situation. Obviously, we've seen the different Sonoros, well, we saw a couple of them, and so like that might have actually happened to Lupa. Like, we don't know exactly. So they've probably been in a very similar situation this whole time. So it's nice to see that kind of comparison between their stories, and hopefully Mia may get some form of a happy ending, but I have a feeling she probably won't. Or at least she can be at peace. But like, it is really sad, and I do love that reveal though, that essentially like her and Cartethyia are siblings. I kind of wish they had maybe had like the eyes had been a bit more like similar or something. Like when they went black, they were still kind of gold. Like, and obviously Cartethyia's got like, really blue eyes, and so did the Threnodian. I was kind of hoping they'd be like, maybe her eyes would go blue or something, but it's, you know, it is what it is. I guess like when she's under the Threnodian's influence, they do. But yeah, I was kind of hoping there'd maybe be something like a little bit more, considering that like she's one of the Threnodian's like, you know, failed attempts, you know, like a host. Or, well, resonator, sorry. Host kind of, but yeah. Resonator is the actual terms. Oh, we're here! Is this where Cartethyia was? Oh, the music. Stunning.
I've always carried this shame. Shame for something I didn't choose. Shame for something that's just there. Sometimes it turns into doubt. I try to live free, and I do most days, but still, I see it. I see the pain in their faces. In the ones who fall behind, the ones who leave the field beaten, the ones who pin all their hopes on me. I've always wondered, if I didn't have this gift, could I have reached this point with clean hands? Should I have judged those who trampled the rules to survive? Or was I blind to my own arrogance? Now, I don't think like that anymore.
Oh.
The warrior is stronger than me, no doubt, but she treats everyone the same. She didn't choose to stand alone. Instead, she chose to trust me. Cartethyia spent years trapped by the weight of everyone's expectations. Never stepped foot in Septimont before, but still sailed across the seas to be here. And Mia, her resonance ability might be weak, but she never ran from a fight. She fought till her last breath. A heart isn't shaped by what it's born with or what it's been given. I've underestimated others, and I've underestimated myself too. But you, the arrogance, thinking you understand the darkness in people's hearts, but you don't have a single drop of life in you! Beautiful as ever. The Griffon's fortress. My city, Septimont. Built by the hands of the people, not the Sentinel and not the Threnodian. Where there's light, there's always shadow. But people need light. They'll chase it no matter what. And they'll learn to live with the shadow. Mia, Cartethyia, they were born and raised on these islands. They are daughters of Rinasita. They belong to no gods but their own.
That slow reveal. Oh. Did she enter another book? I think the Threnodian entered another Sonora sphere before she could get that move off. That speech was great. That was really great. I feel like that has really been the peak and the like tantamount of Lupa's story, of like the point that she's reached through everything that she's gone through. And I like that strength in her. I feel like she's a really strong character, and I like that she doesn't want to like hesitate anymore, and she is kind of like, I always had all these self-doubts and was wondering about if I was doing the right thing and am I, you know, in the right job and all this kind of stuff, and it's kind of like I've reached this point where, you know, no more. Like, I'm proud of the things that I do, I'm proud of the city I'm in, and this is not loading. Like, what is happening? Oh, holy shit, what is happening? Is this what it's meant to look like?
Better to die than to be a puppet.
Oh, this looks sick.
Death does not scare me.
If divinity takes up arms against the innocent, I will raise my sword against divinity.
This looks so sick.
I heard your request. But I prefer to handle this my way.
Victory isn't won in an instant. It takes patience and perseverance.
I believe in you, warrior.
That was cool. I like the integration of like those. See, that looked sick. Okay. Woo!
I swear, by the eternal sun, I will slay you!
Oh, that design is fucking sick! Oh, look at this dragon design!
Cowering prey.
From the fear and
I'm afraid.
alarms of civilization, I was wrought. Born of the hearts of countless men and women, of babes and of the aged.
Oh, this is so fucking sick! Hang the fuck on!
Unsilvered tongue, you struggle for power and revel in the slaughter of the arena. From past to present, nothing has changed.
What right do you have to judge the people of Renacita? Mia chose her end with dignity. Your very existence is an insult to her. Look at you cowering in this little incubator, desperate to evade your end. You will never understand what it takes to face the fear of death.
God, the music as well. Oh, I wish it was louder. Oh, God, you bet your asses I'm gonna be getting this soundtrack.
Together we howl! The fight is on! Please,
Unite with me.
time to fight! Into the spotlight! With me to victory! Break!
Oh shit, she was over there.
is nothing more than a scream between life and death.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh!
Pray to me!
Oh, shit. What? Whoa! What? Ooh! Holy shit! God, this fucking music! Oh, this is so sick. I've been wanting some rock music in this game. We fucking got it. Oh, did I do it?
Greatness has no summit, and victory is never the final word. Proud! Pitiful! Cry! Love! Race to the finish! To face death with the crown of glory! By my will! Let this light burn in all its fury! To me, there is no greater joy in this world.
What a shame. Seems the play I've written isn't well received.
Go! Oh!
What are you two plotting in Renacita?
Oh, dear madam. Let's leave some mystery for the next chapter, shall we?
Lupa.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Dudes! Oh my god, not only Christopher, but Scar. Oh, I think the fucking 2.5 is gonna be peak as shit. Unless it's not 2.5, but it must be. I'm so excited.
It's real! Both of you are safe.
The Threnodian's frequency is gone. Well done, Lupa.
You found the righteous one and safeguarded Septimont. It's like something out of a knight's tale. No, wait, gladiator's tale?
Oh, there we go.
Ew, finally, I can stick my head out. Rover, are you okay?
I'm fine, Abby. What happened to you earlier?
Wait, we're already in Septimont? I was just talking to you, and then boom! It felt like something just covered me. First it messed with my frequency, then I just passed out. Wait, cartethyia? And a girl I don't know?
You're lively. Your echo's more boisterous than a tada.
What happened while I was out?
I think it's time we compare notes.
Yes, please.
Let's fill in this story's blanks, shall we?
Yes. Yes, please. I have questions, and I still need them answering. And if it's not by you, then it's by the comments. It's either one. Oh, man. Dude, that cutscene, though. Holy shit, that was so peak. Oh, it vanished. Oh, here we go. Oh, I like that. There we go. So, source... Oh, actually, this might explain stuff. So when Lupa's form was overtaken by the girl resonating with the Thronodian, all your suspicions align. The Thronodian has set gaze on Septimon's central hub, a vessel for the Imperator's lingering power. Only you, with your new permissions, can sever the hub's connection and thwart the Thronodian's plan. You make your choice in the flash of a heartbeat. You refuse to end the story by becoming the protagonist and murdering Lupa, as Phrolova suggested. Instead, you place your trust in your fellow warrior and stay behind, trapping the Thronodian's essence within the hub. In the next story, the lone wolf throughout this journey will repay this trust. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, well, that definitely makes a lot more sense. I feel like there are definitely some more, like, story beats. I will go through and read those. For some reason, when I have that, like, that screen on the PC, like, when I'm trying to, like, film at the same time, it, like, makes it really weird. So I will give it a read. But basically... that seems like a really good thing to have because then it's going to explain everything, and that definitely helps. I think the central hub being the Sentinels definitely sounds familiar, but I didn't super remember that. So that now makes a lot more sense because I was very confused at the time. Right, let's get the information off these two and then we can talk about the story as a whole because, oh god.
When I sensed the Thronodian's power here in Septimont, I immediately set out to find its source. It was quite sudden. I slipped through the smallest of cracks to enter this sonoro, which severed my contact with the outside world. I found Lupa in the city. She had lost her role. We traveled together for a time and discovered the architects of the destruction, the Fraxidus playwright Cristoforo and the Thronodian.
I'm so excited for more Cristoforo.
The playwright did eventually erase Lupa's existence. As for me, I descended into the submerged aqueducts where I found the Thronodian. It had inhabited Mia's remains and was hiding within an experimental unit. Unfortunately, I was unable to eliminate it entirely. It evaded me, slipping into hiding. I reasoned that you would sense the anomaly and come to Septimont, so I sought to offer you my aid. I battled the playwright, and in doing so, stripped him of his ability to control the script. Afterward, he, along with the other Fraxidus overseers, fled from me. With that, the sonoro began to collapse. It was then that we finally met. Is there anything else you wish to ask, Righteous One?
Tell me about these roles and stories.
Lupa and I formed a few theories during our investigation, though they may not be entirely accurate. In this sonoro, where stories manifest as reality, roles define the identities of those within it. To lose your role is to lose both your name and memory. In truth, Mia has long since passed and does not truly exist here. It was Lupa, not Mia, who won the 3-day Aegon.
Guys, unfortunately, that then has confirmed that Mia is not going to be playable. I did think it in the I did say I didn't think she was going to be playable. Like, I'm sorry, she's not. In all honesty, let's be fair. Like, she's dead. Oh, which sucks. But in all honesty, I think that they committed to that, and I am glad that they haven't, like, gone back on that and done, like, a death fake out. I didn't think they needed to. Mia's a great character. Loved the design, loved the voice acting, but I think, like, it doesn't make sense to bring her back. Like, this was a sonoro. It wasn't technically fully real. Like, it doesn't make sense for her to be alive, you know? And it had been so long since she died, it just didn't make a lot of sense. So, yeah, I think, like, the only reason, for example, like, cartethyia survived was because of the Sentinel. We didn't have anything like that available here, so Mia being dead does make sense. So, yeah. Kind of sad, though, because I did love her design, and I think it would have been cool if she had been playable.
I suspect the stories created by the playwright cannot stray too far from their original frameworks. The limitation of his resonance ability. This is why he erased Lupa's name, swapping her and Mia's identities. This allowed Mia to summon the dark tide upon Septimont.
I have another question.
Is there anything else you wish to ask, Righteous One?
Tell me about the Threnodian and the Central Hub.
The central hub within the Veil of Glory was established by the Sentinel, and it appears no one had ever entered it before. Activating it requires 2 key conditions. Victory, which grants the blessing bestowed by the Lioness of Glory through the Sentinel's mandate, and a trace of the Sentinel's frequency. The Threnodian set its sights on Mia for this very reason, which, in turn, brought its attention to Lupa. I struck a significant blow to the Threnodian within the story, but because I failed to prevent the corruption of the Central Hub earlier, it endured, drawing strength from that source.
Throughout this journey, I often saw the figures of Lupa and Mia overlap.
It seems the Threnodian was attempting to replace Lupa, hoping to use her to corrupt the hub, siphon its power, and ultimately destroy Renacita. Is there anything else you wish to ask, Righteous One?
Tell me about the other Fraxidus leaders.
Apart from the playwright, I also encountered 2 other Fraxidus leaders. One, a woman with a bandaged eye, the other a man with scars across his face.
Scar!
Surely they must be Phrolova and Scar. But how is Scar in Renacita?
This is the question! How is he
Unfortunately, I never had
escaped?
the chance to confront either of them directly.
So
I saw them
excited.
only briefly before they disappeared.
I can't wait
I'm
to
not
find
sure
out.
why they've gathered here in Septimont. We must prepare for whatever plans they have.
And also, I'm ready for more Fraxidus members, especially if we're about to lose one to become playable. I'm ready for more. We need another Fraxidus member
Is there
now.
anything else you wish to ask, Righteous One?
That's about it.
The Threnodian's frequency has vanished from Septimont, but I fear this is far from over.
Yeah, I now want to
There is
know,
something else.
like,
Perhaps due to the dark tide in the Sonoro, I can feel my balance shifting. The Threnodian's pull is growing stronger. Now that I think of it, this could very well be part of the Fraxidus' plan.
You need to head to the Black Shores, cartethyia.
oh,
They've been dealing with the Threnodian for years. You should go there and run some tests. They'll know how to handle what's coming.
oh,
The
Bay!
Black Shores. Is that where you're from?
Bay! Shorekeeper, Bay!
If it's a place you trust, then I will go.
Go see my wife. She will take good care of you. Go see wifey. Please have Shorekeeper in the next quest. Please! Please, we've been so long without Shorekeeper.
The event that brought forth the dark tide, it must have been my death. After that, the details of the story blur. It repeated so many times. It's hard to remember everything. All I remember is wandering the desolate city streets in a Septimont corrupted by the dark tide, unable to escape, until I met cartethyia. She saved me. But in that story, we couldn't fully resolve the source of the disaster. Then in another story, I encountered you, my fellow warrior. After we parted, I awoke in yet another story, in the Veil of Glory, where I finally saw the Threnodian's true form in the submerged aqueducts. It had taken control of Mia's corpse, and was using the Fraxidus' Sonoro to grow its power. After defeating it, the Sonoro began to collapse. I passed through those crumbling pages to find you. Is there anything else you want to know? I'll hold nothing back.
Tell me about your death.
My death? Well, I'll start from the very beginning. My journey to win the championship. I had failed to expose the family's match fixing. After being deceived by Domina Julia and winning the title on my own, my memories became a blur. I was probably under some form of control. The last thing I clearly remember was standing in the central hub in the Veil of Glory, pressing my spear into something that resembled a control panel. Then the dark tide began to surge. In the end, all of Septimont was swallowed by it. I'm not sure when all this started, or where the line between the reality I knew and the Sonora world created by the Fractsidus began to blur. But in those 3 days of the story where Cartethyia didn't rescue me, I would always die on the first day, helplessly watching as my home slowly crumbled to dust. Is there anything else you want to know? I'll hold nothing back.
Tell me about your journey with Cartethyia.
Cartethyia saved me. The me who had lost her role and her memories. We wandered the abandoned city of Septimont and pieced together that the Fractsidus and the Threnodian were the true architects of the chaos. Yet in the end, my role was claimed by the Threnodian, and my body disappeared before Cartethyia's eyes. But before I was lost to oblivion, Cartethyia gave me a sliver of her frequency. I think it was that frequency that unknowingly led to our paths crossing in the story. Is there anything else you want to know? I'll hold nothing back.
Tell me about Mia and the Threnodian.
Many years ago, Mia cast herself into the sea to escape the Threnodian's control. But Domina Julia recovered her broken body from the depths and handed it over to the Fractsidus. For years, they subjected her remains to twisted experiments until the Threnodian's essence, still lingering within her, finally awakened.
That's messed up.
The Threnodian took control of Mia's corpse.
That's dark as hell, actually.
Turning it into a half-human, half-sea creature monstrosity. It formed an alliance with the Fractsidus. The last trace of Mia's reverberation was forced to be part of it. Tortured and ravaged.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's really fucked. Like, that's fucked up. Damn. That's probably one of the darkest things that we've had in the game. Holy shit.
Is there anything else you want to know? I'll hold nothing back.
That's about it.
Oh, the script and the copper mirror you gave me. I'll return them to you now.
Thanks.
It was a long story, but the ending turned out well.
For now.
Though, thinking of Mia still upsets me.
Yeah, I think that's gonna upset a lot of people for a while.
Her reverberations, trapped in that monstrous body. I can't imagine her suffering over the last 20 years.
When you defeated the Threnodian, you also set her free.
Yes. It was an honor to have that final battle with her. Thanks to you and Cartethyia, I was able to rewrite the tragic ending of this story. Thank you, my fellow warrior, for believing in me.
There's one more thing. We should return to the central hub in Septimont. I found something tied to you there.
The central hub. Good timing. There's something I need to handle in the Veil of Glory, too.
Good. Let's set off together.
Alright, let's go. Via the map, because I'm not running all the way back, because it's all the way over here. This looks dope as hell. The fact it's all space themed makes me think a lot of things. It's very sci-fi, isn't it? Sus. I'm sus.
When Lupa vanished, I destroyed the experimental unit, pursued the Threnodian, and defeated the Lioness of Glory it controlled. Then, I came across this place. You remember how the Threnodian took on a part of the Sentinel's knowledge and permissions, yes? For the Sentinel, the information stolen was their very memories. For this reason, even the Sentinel forgot that before merging with the Threnodian, they transferred some of their knowledge to the central hub in Septimont.
The knowledge they would later forget.
It was a secret, one the Threnodian should never learn. The Sentinel moved it there for safekeeping. Within it, I found a special frequency. A part of it felt like yours. I believe it's what the Sentinel left for you, so I took it.
Huh? You feel a faint frequency of a sharp cold wind and...
a clue.
Okay.
The true secret they left for you is not here, but in that direction. You see, before I came to meet you, I passed by the city of Septimont. The arena I destroyed has been restored, but in the people's hearts, it's still the Righteous One and Lupa who claimed victory. The Fraxidus' power to reshape reality is deeper than we realized. I'm afraid this is just the beginning. I once believed the Threnodians sought to use the Fraxidus to regain power, but its true goal is the central hub. I believe it's due to this secret the Sentinel has hidden.
That direction, it leads to the hunting grounds. The blight cloud still lingers there. When the high tide comes, Septimontians hunt and cull the spawning Tacit Discords.
The dark tide connects everything. I cannot pinpoint where the Sentinel's message lies. I'm afraid you must go there yourself. But the worst of the storm has passed. Let's take a moment to rest. Lupa, will you be our tour guide? Show us the sights and glories of Septimont? I'd love to hear more about what you mentioned earlier. The wind blowing through golden flags and the sound of wind chimes.
Of course, it would be my honor.
I need to get out of the central hub because my PC can't cope.
There's something I need to do first.
Yeah, my PC just can't cope with this central hub. It is breaking it.
Travel through a silver veil above the drifting.
What's that?
It's Mia's sword. I went through a lot to bring it back. The monster is gone now. Like so many Septimontian heroes whose bodies were never recovered, I wanted to return her weapon. This is where she gave her life. I can't say if she loved or hated Septimont more. But she once spoke of the bloodleaf viburnum. It's a tribute often given to gladiators by their supporters. So, I think, she would have wanted to rest here. It's beautiful. Our city. The city of glory. The people here love to drink, laugh, carve statues, and hunt. It burns like fire, drenched in both victory and defeat. It holds all our disappointments. And all our hopes.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Ah, there's a sword there. Mia's old sword. Stretching out your hand, your fingertips brush against the untarnished steel, a soft, serene voice hums through Mia's blade. She had always hesitated, never at peace, consumed by fear, the fear of both victory and defeat, of the city that both embraced and rejected her. But the end of the end, she'd found contentment beyond the crowd and the cheers. The cold currents had receded and the sunset was gentle. There was regret, yes, but no remorse. She closed her eyes, the last vestiges of her consciousness rising to the surface before dissipating like foam. Well, alright, that's the end of that quest then. So, yeah, let's talk about it. Alright, that was the end of part 2 of the 2.4 story. Alright. First of all, that was peak fucking cinema. Holy shit, that quest was fucking good. That was goddamn bloody good. I think I was concerned at first because it went into it quite quickly and I was a bit confused, and they did clear that all up by the end, so they did explain it all and stuff, and I do agree that sometimes you can tell part of a story at the time and then kind of give context later and kind of add that in. It is something that I do think this game does quite a bit, and I think sometimes there is something to say about telling a story in total as you go bit from bit. So I think sometimes I think that this game, because it has so many concepts to it and so many like things that you need to know and references and stuff, if you're not like on top of your lore, it is really easy to get lost. And I did find myself getting a little bit lost in the middle of the story, but by the end, like, they had explained everything and it cleared it all up. So like, that was fine. Like, I have no issue with that. They told a great story. It was really interesting. I loved the story. I thought it was really, really good. I definitely think they've set up into a really interesting place. It's just trying to figure out, like, what are the Fraxidus' motivations, the Threnodians' motivations, like, where are things going to go next? Obviously, cartethyia said that they think that the reason why the Threnodian was going after the Central Hub was because the Sentinel had hidden some knowledge here. So, like, what is this knowledge? Obviously, we're going to find out. So, you know, what does that have to do with Septimon? How is that all going to tie in? I don't know, but it's definitely going to be really intriguing to find out. I think having cartethyia with us is a great character. She's really interesting. She's very powerful. She's a great screen presence. So her and the rover do very much complement each other in that sense. And I also think Lupa, in all honesty, is a great addition to this trio. I think she's very fiery, but she's also very kind of noble and honorable, but has that like fiery kind of sassy powerful nature to her that I think is a nice counterbalance to the other two. So I think that she definitely has similar morals to the other two, but she definitely does things in a slightly different way, and I do like and appreciate that. I think with Lupa, I definitely misjudged her as a character. I definitely thought she was going to be a lot more, I guess, rough and tumble, a lot more tough. I think there definitely is a vulnerability to her as a character, and I do like that. I kind of wish that she was maybe a little bit more fiery and not necessarily super good and super moral, but also, to be fair, I think that we are about to have a very morally grey character in Phrolova become playable, and potentially more characters going forward because we don't know them that well yet. So to be fair, this does kind of make sense. So I can see why they've gone this direction with Lupa. And she obviously plays that contrast to Mia, and I think that that's like a great comparative point. So Lupa really grew on me as a character. I think in part 1, I wasn't quite as sure, but I did leave part 1 liking her. I think this one definitely solidified how much I liked her as a character. I think she's a really great character. I think the voice acting suited her really well. It did take me time to get used to it, but it did suit it. But the fighting, oh, she was so fun to play. So fucking fun to play. And I think that, in all honesty, getting to play as her and going through a chunk of this story as her, that's probably been one of my favorite things we've done in so long. Oh my god, it was so satisfying to get to play main story as a character other than Rover. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. They need to do that more. We need that more. We've had it a couple of times. I think we did it with, like, there's a few characters we've done it with for sure. Like, I know we have, but we haven't done it in a while. And I think playing main story as the character, like as one of the other characters that isn't Rover, it's so good, and you just see things from a different perspective, and it's great, and I love it. I think Rover, to me, sometimes, and I think I kind of mentioned this earlier, was like, feels like she just kind of has this knowledge and she just can kind of do stuff, and it's like, how are you doing this? I don't understand. Like Rover has aspects of the story and knowledge that we don't have sometimes. Whereas like sometimes you'll have these characters, for example, like Lupa, that was figuring out what was going on as she went on. So it was really satisfying for me to sit there and be like finding out alongside her. Playing this as Lupa was great. I loved that. I think they did a great job with it. The cinematics were fucking cinema. They did a great fucking job with those cinematics. I think visually, I liked when they were like telling the story of like each of the different characters' roles in the play. I think the Sonoro was definitely an intriguing concept. Like I said, they didn't super explain what the Fraxidus's kind of like overall plans are, but you know, they're definitely, you know, in the works, and they're definitely kind of getting there with it. They did mention that Domina Julia was dead, and that didn't really come up again, so I don't know if she means like dead to me as in like she's gone. I don't know, like they didn't really go into that more, but that would be interesting to see. Like maybe that's going to be in like a side quest or something, I don't know. And I think that honestly, right now, Cristoforo, what a fucking interesting villain. Such an interesting villain. Like, he's really good. He feels like threatening. He feels like manipulative. He like, you can tell he's a bit kind of like psychotic behind it all. Like, you can tell. Phrolova, she feels very morally grey. Whereas like with Cristoforo, I'm just getting like evil. And I love it. I don't want every bad character to be morally grey. I want some evil characters. Like, you've got to have a balance of all of it, because if everyone's morally grey, it makes it really boring. Like, you want some people that are kind of in the middle. You want some people that are just like fucking evil, want to destroy the world, fuck people, are gonna do evil shit. Like, there are people like that exist, and I want to see that in this game, and like Cristoforo definitely gives me that vibe. I think Scar definitely feels a bit more in the middle, maybe a little bit more towards evil, whereas like Phrolova definitely feels very morally grey, and so I can kind of see why they're going in the direction of playable with her, because obviously Septimont is like her, where she's from, so she is going to have some form of memories or whatever, and I do wonder how they're going to kind of tie that in to that as well. But yeah, I feel like they've not really given us too much to go on with Phrolova, like as to how she's going to become like playable, because I don't want to say good. I don't think she's going to become good. I think she's going to have a redemption arc, but I think she has her reasons for why she's part of the Fraxidus, and so I'm really hyped to see what they do, because like I said, I love a redemption arc. I think they can be done really, really, really well, and I think that you don't have to make every character good to make them playable. You can still have characters be morally grey, or stick to their own guns, or stick to their own morals, but have them playable, you know? So I'm definitely going to be intrigued to see how this works, because I have absolutely no idea. I also hope we get the Scar story as to why Scar's escaped, like what's happened there. Are we going to get contacted? We haven't heard anything from anyone, like from Jinsha, anyone in ages, so like, are we going to finally hear from them? Is Cartethyia actually going to go to the Black Shores? Are we going to get to see my wife again? Shorekeeper? Oh, it's been so long. Like, I'm excited to like start tying things that we've had previously in with what's going on now, and then what's going to happen like going forward as well. So like, I'm excited to start seeing like these characters cross over and stuff as well. So that is very exciting. Yeah, I think like overall, I feel very satisfied coming out of this. That was a great quest. I really enjoyed it. I think the music was good. The fights were great. Lupa was really fun to play. So tempted to pull for her. Unfortunately, I am gonna have to hold off, but oh my god, tempting. But yeah, let me know, guys. Did you pull for Lupa down in the comments below? Let me know how you got on. Also, what did you think of this quest? I reckon this will be, people will love this. Like, apart from maybe the way that they told the story in a slightly disjointed way, because personally, I would have preferred having a bit more context at the time, but they did give us that context, and they did explain everything really well, like, in the end. So, like, I'm glad that, like, I feel like I've had the full story. It's just been told in a slightly different way than I personally always like stories to be told in, but you've got to have some mystery. But yeah, and also the only other thing is, I think like the convenience of Lupa all of a sudden just like remembering everything, like it just felt very convenient. But it like made sense in the context of the story, but like it did feel really sudden. I think like they maybe could have, I don't know, had like something there to kind of like segue that in. But, you know, like I said, it's all personal preference. Everyone has their own ways that they like stories being told, but overall that is definitely one of the best quests of the game. Like, I loved that quest. I loved everything about that quest. Playing as Lupa was fucking great. The story was great. The enemies were peak. That Mia monster design at the end, oh, it was so good. The Fraxidus, yes. Yes, give me those fucking evil vibes. Setting up for the next quest. It's going to be awesome. I'm really hyped for it. So, yeah, I can't wait. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What did you think of this quest? Are you excited for 2.5? What are some of your theories, thoughts? What did you think of the characters by the end of this? And, yeah, let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Wuthering Waves content. And, yeah, obviously, continuing playing through the story and everything. So if you want to see more, just let me know. You know, I'm always happy to do more. I know there's a couple of quests that I've missed. I've been waiting for like the next character quest, which I haven't seen yet, so I don't know when the next one of that's gonna pop up. I don't know if there's gonna be one, but yeah, we'll have to see, because obviously we got another main story one this time, so maybe we just won't get any character. I'm not sure, but yeah, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, love, subscribe, all that good stuff, and you can check out all the socials in the description below as well. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you very, very soon. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.